All right, boys and girls, we are back in the garage again, and we are working on Bob, finally. So in the last video, we talked about the plans for the engine and the car and so on and so forth. In this video, we are actually going to get some work done. So part of the change in what I was doing for Bob was I needed some more caster adjustment in the struts, and that is what we're going to cover most of in this video. So I got the Racecraft kit to install the new billet camber plates. Also, in order to get that, you have to run the shorter control arms. So we got some Racecraft control arms to go with it. These particular control arms already have the tabs welded on them and powder coated for the front end limiters, so that's kind of nice. They also have Hymens on them, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So they're real nice pieces. So let's get a look at that and see what we got done so far. All right, so the front end is already pretty much apart on both sides. I'm not really sure to what extent we're gonna cut this front end up, but I think that this mess right here is probably gonna have to be moved. I think we're gonna go for maximum weight savings on the front, and same for this side over here. I think we're gonna end up cutting a bunch of this out. A bunch of this will be gone, and the strut tower bar is gonna come from a hole back here to the front. It's gonna drop down and connect to a bar that comes out here like that. So definitely have a lot of work to do, but this is kind of fun work. I like doing this part. So check out the parts we got over here. Racecraft control arms, very nice pieces. Heim joint ends on them. Billet Racecraft camber plates, and the plates. These are the welding pieces right here. So the very sharp eye watching this video will have noticed that I actually bought the wrong camber plates. So Bob right here is actually an 85 Mustang, and the camber plates that I got here are for 90 to 93. And what that means is the tops of the strut towers are a little different. So we're going to have to wing this installation a little bit. I'm going to do some creative measuring and hopefully figure out a way to get these things put on there correctly, where there's not any shenanigans going on with the caster adjustment, I should say. So let me get this thing the rest of the way apart, do some measuring, and I'll be right back. All right, well, good news. Crisis was averted. Coming to find out, the two templates that they give you, I'm gonna set these things down and then show them to you. So the two templates that they give you are the same on the outside. The only difference is the pattern of the bolts that the factory puts in the strut tower that you have to line up on, which is, come to find out, is no big deal. So we have the strut towers traced out like the instructions call for. And then we have to go in there and cut those out to the lines, drop the new plates in place and weld them in place. They have to sit flush with the top of the strut tower, which is no big deal. And we will handle that right about now. Okay, first one fits just about perfect. You got to do a little bitty bit of grinding in here to clean that up. Knock the paint off, and it's just about ready to weld. All right, we are definitely making some progress. So check this out. I got the strut towers cut and fitted and everything. Passenger side is definitely better than the driver's side, mainly because the driver's side seems like it has more of the sheet metal in it and not so much of the bracing and whatnot for some weird reason. So the driver's side is thinner and it cuts way quicker, and it's easy to make it big, I guess, and not fit as good. So here, I'll turn the camera around so you can check it out. So this side, passenger side, the gaps are really small. Everything fits really well, and you can see I started welding it right there. Then you go over here to the driver's side, and like this area is all sheet metal, and it's really thin and really easy to get crazy with the cutoff wheel, I guess. I guess that's really the only bad spot, is about from here to here. So no big deal. Just gotta take extra care welding that up to make it look good and all that stuff. So let's get started welding. All right, now we got the TIG welding is complete on the top at least. So now we got to weld the stuff up on the bottom, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see as far as the camera's concerned. Actually, as far as I'm concerned too, because it's a pretty tight space to get into. But anyways, I'm going to MIG weld some of that. There's really no sense in welding the whole thing all the way around, because it's just sheet metal, and the weld on the top is penetrated enough where it's not going to change anything if I weld it on the bottom also. In fact, it'll probably make the top look worse. So, gonna weld that up real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I got everything welded underneath. That's a little bit of a pain. It's kind of hard to get to. It's real hard to get to, actually. If you don't bend like a noodle and can see up in places like this and, you know, all that kind of jazz, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But anyways, the strut towers are done. The camber plates are sitting in place. Check this out. They look really good, actually. Yep, that's the good old Racecraft stuff. Expensive, but well worth it, and super high quality stuff. So if you're looking for race car parts, specifically chassis type stuff and whatnot, Racecraft is definitely one of the better places to go. But having said all that, that is probably a good place to end this video. We got a lot done this time around. So thanks everybody again for stopping by. I appreciate it. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. Gonna be some cool stuff.